Tell me if this sounds like you. You see all your friends on social media posting their music, getting signed to labels, selling beats, and overall just creating a successful music career, while you're stuck in your bedroom studio feeling like everybody is racing past you. You want to make a career from music production, but it just feels like you're getting nowhere. I don't want that for you, bro. Like, genuinely, I do not want that for you. So, some context. I was a KO, then I was Pikachu or something like that. Then I became Rusher, and I've had like 12 other names that I'm not going to mention here. At one point, I was literally trying to build 2 aliases at once, and I went back to the name Akeo, and I've stuck with it for the past 2 years, and I don't think it's any coincidence that the past 2 years of my career have been the most successful. This is the stuff that all these other YouTubers aren't going to tell you about. They'd rather sell you some sponsored sample pack or something like that. This comes from my personal experience, and I want to help you with it. Once I learned this, it changed my life. It's the type of thing that you would learn and be like, oh, really? And that is focus, simplicity, and sacrifice. That's it. You're probably like, bro, this kid's speaking like he's on shrooms. What does that even mean? How do I implement focus, simplicity, and sacrifice into my music career? Now, here's the thing. There are things that you have or that you're trying to do that are zapping your time and energy, which are the most valuable resources that you have as a music producer or just as a human in general. It can also be something that's literally restarting your career. So for me, as you know, it was switching names every few months, switching aliases, and at the same time, I was trying to learn like 4 plugins. Now, these extra things are usually things that aren't in line with your current goals for your music. So let me ask you this. What's your current goal with your music production career? Do you want to sell a ton of beats and get a ton of placements? Do you want to become a DJ that plays at these big festivals? Or maybe you're just doing it as a hobby, which fair enough, but these same rules could still apply. What is the big vision for your music? What do you want to achieve in the next 2 years, the next 5 years, even the next decade? Just imagine you achieving that goal, that vision right now. Imagine the emotions and fulfillment that you would feel knowing that you did your best to achieve that vision. Now, let me ask you this. If that's your big vision, why would you need new gear? Why would you need new plugins? Why would you need to completely restart and create a new alias? Unless it's completely necessary for that goal, there's no point in adding them. This is something that I struggle with up until the last 2 years. I would constantly change names, constantly try and learn new plugins, download new sample packs because I thought it would help me break through writer's block. And it wasn't up until the last 2 years that I actually started to focus and sacrifice things so that I could achieve one big goal. And it's no coincidence that I've been able to achieve not just one, but a few of them. It just blows my mind that there are music producers out there who think they can handle posting on YouTube, Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, TikTok, all while releasing their own music or sending it to labels. At the same time, they're working a 9 to 5, or maybe they have school and they might have kids to watch after or something like that. This might start making sense to you. And we know, bro, me and you, we know that we cannot live up to our true potential if we're doing that. If we have our energy just going into all these different spaces at once, we know it, bro. And we can't be like that. That's not the ultimate vision. If you're like me and a ton of other producers, you probably want to excel in your career. And even if it's just a hobby, that's fair enough, but the same rules that I'm about to tell you are still going to apply. It is a shame for a music producer to live and not see the full potential of his music. So why not choose 1, 2, or maybe 3 things to really focus on and put all of your energy into? And once you excel in that space and it can kind of maintain itself, then move on to the next thing. Every single successful music producer that I know in real life personally has done this, and it has worked for them, and it's worked for me as well. I mean, just think about it. Me and you, we can revolutionize the music production space and actually show what's possible. Now, here's where it all comes together. I'm gonna show you how I did this and how you can do it as well. I'm gonna do my absolute best to illustrate this for you, okay? If you're watching this, you're probably a human. So that means you have energy. This represents a ball of energy. And let's say you have 100 units of energy. Well, as a human, you can literally take this energy and use it to create something. Now, I know you can't really put a number to energy, but I'm just using the number 100 as an example. And for example, this is producer 1. This is his ball of energy, okay? We'll call him Greg. And then this can be producer 2. So they both have energy, right? Producer 1, he wants to build a successful music career and he's posting his music on SoundCloud, for example. Well, this right here, this represents him posting music to SoundCloud, that era. But here's the thing, he also wants to be a music production YouTuber. So that's another 10 points of energy right there that he's using. At the same time, he spends a couple hours on Instagram, so that's another 10 units of energy. What else does he do? He's also on self-improvement, he's learning guitar, and he just has so much going on in his life, and he can't even focus on one big goal. And as you can see, he's already used 100 of his energy points up that he could have used for that big goal, that big vision that he has. But here's the thing, I'm gonna use a red marker. Producer 2, he's a genius. He has one big goal. Well, to achieve that big goal, like producer 1, he has to use his energy. But instead of it going to all these different places like this, he uses all of his energy toward this one goal. And this right here could literally be anything. It depends on what you need to do to achieve that goal and if the other stuff is actually necessary or not. Maybe he has one big thing to work on and then one small thing that he doesn't want to sacrifice, so maybe he's in a relationship or something. That's okay. The other YouTubers are going to tell you, sell a course, post on social media, become a YouTuber, do this and this and this and this and this, and it doesn't make any sense. There's no focus whatsoever. This right here is how I've seen most of my producer friends blow up. One of my friends, he has 50,000 followers on TikTok because he just decided to grind on TikTok. He doesn't do anything else, and once he reaches his goal, he's gonna move on to the next thing. And I really, really hate to say it, but all the people that I know that are producers that have acted like this, I haven't seen them take off at all. And you might say, well, it's just a coincidence, but I really don't think that it's just a coincidence. Be this guy, not this guy. Focus on one thing, excel in that one plugin, or build a following in that one alias first, then move on to the next. If what I just told you makes you feel sad or something like that, I understand. I know it can be extremely hard to focus, especially nowadays with social media and stuff like that. And at the same time, our brains are literally wired to look for new opportunities. If you don't double down on what you're focusing on right now, such as an alias you want to build, or maybe you want to become a music production YouTuber, or whatever it is, and you choose the new opportunity over what you're focusing on now, you're going to have to pretty much restart. Just imagine 3 years from now if you decided to focus on your ultimate goal and now you have an extremely successful music project, or you've sold a ton of beats, gotten a ton of placements or something like that, just because you decided to focus on the goal. Thank you for watching. I hope I helped you. I don't plug any of my courses or sample packs in videos like these because I genuinely just want to help you, and I don't want them to be a distraction towards the message in the video. Please subscribe. It would help me a ton, and I want to retire my parents. Make music now, and you'll thank yourself later. Peace.